beautiful.
Oh my God. That's not just, I don't think I've ever shat myself so much before. To have to sing that in front of her, like, that's too much pressure.
Tell us about your relationship, because you've been working together since 2015. So how did that come about?
A few years before we met, I was reading this glossy fashion magazine and they had an article, an interview with Tina Arena, a big, long sort of feature spread. And the journalist wrote, at this point in our interview, Tina stands up and announces, "I need to go to the toilet now. It feels like a small man has crawled up my ass and died." and I just remember thinking, wow, she sounds really cool. And then, yeah, a couple of years later in 2015, I was lucky enough to get invited to this incredible songwriting camp that Tina hosted at her palace in Paris. And she'd invited, I don't know, 10 or 11 songwriters from all over the world. We were in little teams, 5 or 6 different rooms side by side. Tina would just sort of go from room to room, pop her head in, offer up some amazing lyric or sing a melody, and she was just this powerhouse woman, completely in charge of all of these people, making these amazing songs. And then at the same time, you'd cook for everyone, like 15 of us. These lavish spreads, full, like a French feast for lunch and dinner every single day. And but for me, you know, the most spine-tingling moment, of course, was, you know, I got to be in the same room as her while she tracked her vocals, which is just, I don't think I could breathe.
You have become quite a mentor for Kate. Kate, could you give us an idea of what's probably the best piece of advice that Tina's passed on?
Geez, maybe not worth... maybe we can't repeat it.
Yeah, I'll try the family-friendly version, that the advice that she's given me directly, and also just through her being, could be distilled down to 2 words, which is, screw them.
Something like that.
Kate, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for singing. It was absolutely beautiful.
It was exquisite. Thank you so
So
much.
please, one more time, for the gorgeous Kate Miller-Heidke. So, these big hits lead you to be a powerhouse at the ARIA Awards, a trend that would continue for decades. Let's take a look.
Best Australian album, Tina Arena.
Thank you so very, very much.
Best female performer for 1995, Tina Arena.
Thank you very, very much, Australia.
Australian Song of the Year,
Tina Arena.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Highest selling album, Tina Arena, Don't Ask.
This has certainly exceeded any expectations I ever expected of Don't Ask.
The Outstanding Achievement Award is presented to Tina Arena.
What an incredible honour and what a great way to come home. I want to also acknowledge that ladies over 40 still in the game in a big way. My darling friend behind me, Miss Kylie Minogue. The wonderful Madonna, J-Lo, Annie Lennox, my lord, the list does go on. Keep doing what you're doing and keep doing what you do best, ladies, because we will decide when it's time for us to stop. Thank you.
Boom. Amazing. 1995 to 2015, that's 20 years of making incredible music. You could have talked about anything in that ARIA Hall of Fame speech. Why did you want to send that particular message?
I really disliked that, oh, well, you've had your success now, so you just stay there and you just, that's it, you can't move. It's like, well, no, actually, it's about the celebration of somebody's evolution. And that's all it was about for me, nothing else.
It was so powerful, it was incredible. And then, hot off the heels of that honour, and 25 years after you first released it, Chains is revived. It's covered by Matt Corby, and it goes crazy with a whole new generation of fans. Please give it up for Matt Corby. Hey, Matt, nice to see you.
Hi, how you going?
Is it true that your nana called you a Tina boy?
Yeah, we had I think we had the cassette of Don't Ask as it had come out, and I kept rewinding it just to play the first two songs. And I think my nana and my mum got so sick of hearing the same two songs over and over again. My nana looked at my mum, he's like, oh, he's a bit of a Tina boy, isn't he? And she, like, walks out of the room. So, yeah, it's been a long-term love affair with an amazing voice.
Tell us about performing with Tina at the Splendour in the Grass in Byron.
That was amazing. I got the call Tina was interested in singing with me, which I thought was a prank from my manager at the time. And then as soon as she started singing, she was just mad dogging me. She was like right in my eyes, and like, I think she was like, "What you got? Like, what do you got for me? You think you're cool?"
It's not like you're really difficult to look at. Matt's interpretation of Chains is something that moved me so profoundly when I heard, because it was such a departure from the original. So I just went, oh my God, what a gift, what a gift. And Matt is a gift.
Matt, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes.
And that brings me to another icon in our music industry who adores you and wants to send a very special message we couldn't have tonight without some love from Molly Meldrum.
Oh, God.
Hi, Tina. Yeah, it's your friend, boring old Molly. Oh, my God. I won't leave you alone, Tina. You and I have been friends for a long, long, long time. You've been to parties here. I won't say a word. Everyone behave. Bullshit. Anyway, and I behave like, I was going to say gentleman, but that's going too far. So do yourself a favour and have a great night.
Thanks. He's such... Now, there's a passion,
yes.
There's a soul and a spirit.
Yeah.
Somebody who really did give an enormous amount to the arts in this country. He was always unbelievably supportive. Yeah. Extraordinary man.
He has been there all the way. And
oh, yes.
I do hope that you're having a good night.
I am.
Well, don't go anywhere. Plenty more to come on This Is Your Life.
Up next, tributes from musical greats and high emotion.
And I just felt so sad.
And Tina's biggest surprise is still to come. Tina Arena, This Is Your Life.
Welcome back to This Is Your Life. Tina, oh my gosh, we have seen your phenomenal success as a recording artist, but you're also known for being an incredible leading lady. You've starred in some iconic shows like Cabaret and Chicago, but perhaps one of your most cherished roles was in the Australian production of Evita. Evita is, of course, the brainchild of Andrew Lloyd Webber and Sir Tim Rice, and they join us now from London.
Well, I woke up this morning, I felt very much inclined to tell the world that Tina Arena was a very special kind.
Hello, Tina. Congratulations on a really, really special night. Nobody deserves it more than you. You have one of the great voices that I've ever worked with, and I've been so lucky. Have a very great evening.
She's like that comic Molly Meldrum, Jane Bender, Yvonne Goolagong combined. Tina, I'm so glad I travelled 12,000 miles to see you play Evita at the Opera House. You were brilliant. Lots of love, Tim.
I love that. Just a couple of musical geniuses singing your praises.
I'm just absolutely blown away. I don't know what to say.
Your ability to transform as a character and as a performer is absolutely incredible. And here is someone who witnessed that up close.
Oh, the stories I could tell from being in the dressing room next to you in Cabaret.
Please welcome Tina's Cabaret co-star, Toby Allen. Oh, God!
Oh, thank you.
It's so good to have you here and join us.
So good to be here.
Love it. You performed with Tina in Cabaret. But the thing that was fantastic, I loved it, was that probably neither of you were particularly known as major musical theatre stars in this country at that point in time, were you?
No, I mean, I can't speak for Tina. I mean, I think she'd already starred on the West End at that point, which was amazing. Nobody remembered me for playing Baby John in the Bankstown Theatrical Society production of West Side Story at that point. But, I mean, Cabaret changed all of that. And I think there was so much attention on us. I think a lot of people were thinking, you know, are these two imposters from the world of pop music going to actually cut it on the, you know, professional musical theatre stage in Australia? And there was a lot of pressure.
Your dressing room was next door to Tina's. I believe that you had a bit of a preview of her upcoming album.
Well, to call it a dressing room would be generous because I'd call it a broom closet, but Tina had a much nicer room than mine.
No, mine was a broom closet as well. Don't get too excited.
I'm not bitter about it, but the divider between our rooms was a very thin sliding door. But she decided to rehearse every night before the show at the top of her voice. And it was all in French, so I couldn't understand what she was singing about. I was just desperate to try and remember my lines and had this beautiful, amazing powerhouse of a voice just blasting through that door.
In French.
In French.
Dear Lord.
Hey, Toby, it's been so lovely having you join us tonight. Thanks for sharing your stories with us.
Good to see you.
Very good to see you. Thank you.
So, Tina, if there's one word I think that we could use to describe you, it would be versatile. From pop to R&B to musical theatre, you even toured with opera superstars. Top of the list is the incredible tenor, Andrea Bocelli. And he sends his love all the way from the Tuscan coast and, of course, in Italian.
Carissima Tina, conservo ancora un bellissimo ricordo dei nostri concerti in Australia.
Dearest Tina, I still have wonderful memories of our concerts in Australia, and I'm happy I'll be back in your country soon. I remember with affection the moments we spent together on stage. I remember with admiration the beauty of your voice, and I'm happy this show tonight will remind everyone of those moments we spent together. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you
Ti
soon.
auguro tutto il meglio e spero di incontrarti presto.